Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Now this one's just going to be another stash ads video. Now I wasn't planning on doing one just yet, to be quite honest with you, but we've had another shop card in the post, and in all fairness I'm not too sure when I'll get another video up on the USACC build or anything else. I thought I'd just we'll go through with what we've got today. You know, there's still 13 or 14 kits, maybe 15 kits or something, but there's quite a few builders in here, and you know, not as many box kits, but it's all interesting stuff, or interesting to some people. So, but yeah, before we get started, Adam from Sodak kindly sent me his shop card, and also a really nice little sticker. You know, it's got such a great channel going on as Adam. Really regular with his content, really regimented with his content, to be quite honest with you. You know, it's when I put stuff on, it's kind of as and when I can find the time. But you know, Adam does put a lot of content for you guys, and it is an absolutely outstanding builder. His last USACC build was probably one of my favourites out of the whole group build. You know, just an absolutely stunning 70 GTX, and I'm sure he'll do something equally as good for this one. But yeah, I mean, he does a lot of how-tos, and you know, he goes through all the old magazines for us. You know, I'll pop a link in the description. Please go over and check him out if you haven't already done so. I very much doubt that anybody watching this channel won't know of Adam at Sodak and the quality of his work and everything. So, but again, please go over, drop him a sub if you haven't already done so. And thank you for the kind words. The kind words on the back kind of prompted me to do this stash ads video. I know Adam, you mentioned he loves seeing the old kits. We'll try not to disappoint with this one, but thank you ever so much again for that, Adam. Not too sure when it came. Would have been between last weekend and this weekend. I've just picked up this week's deliveries from my parents' house where everything gets delivered. But no, thank you ever so much for that. But yeah, we'll get straight into it. We'll get on with a few kind of mundane ones. I probably wouldn't have usually kept this one, but I bought a few builders in lately, and you know, I think the first two kits I'm going to show are from the same seller, and you know, they're both being started on. I haven't even taken the packaging out of it, so you know, there's the boxes are absolutely immaculate, to be quite honest with you. I always expect these boxes to be crushed to hell. Don't know what it was with this era box, but you know, they always end up getting crushed to buggery like. But you know, we've all seen the 66T bird, and it'll just be a nice little box for me. It wasn't expensive at all. You know, definitely I got free for about 17 quid or something. So yeah, very good deal, like, and yeah, that was worth it to me for 6-7 quid, whatever that cost me, like. So more than happy with that. Another one from that same seller. Again, same kind of price. Obviously, they came. I haven't shown the third one, just because I don't know what I'm doing it yet with that one yet. But yeah, 65 Grand Prix. Again, one of my childhood favourites, just because it was issued in the Prestige series, and the Prestige series was, you know, my kind of era when, you know, I think them Prestige kits started coming out when I was 6 or 7 years old, and you know, we saw a lot of them in the bargain shops in later years for £5 a piece, and we bought them all up where we could, like, and I used to use them kits for trade. Used to sell some to the cabin and sell some to car kits. But yeah, I mean, again, another really nice original box. Not the original issue, but and Round 2 bought this box art out in recent years as well, in the last 10 years or so, I would have thought. But this is again another builder. I don't have too many Grand Prix, and that's a really nice clean box for me to hang on to. And yeah, again, for what I paid for it. Yeah, you can't even see what it, like I say, it's full of packaging, is this stuff. Again, a bit of an impromptu video, so to speak, but and then we'll have a look at some of the builders first. You know, this is one I got. You really didn't go for a lot of that. This is the original 70 Monte Carlo, not the retooled one or the new tooled one we saw in the 90s. I was actually meant to get a built one of them just to show you, like, but yeah, that moment's passed now, so we'll maybe show a built one in the later issue in another video. But yeah, this is completely original. The 1970 issue, completely different to what we see in the 90s tool, and it's a complete kit. It's a complete bag kit. Got all the custom. I'm not going to drag everything out from this, but you know, there's a lot of differences in this kit. Obviously, it's a sort of more basic chassis than the overly complicated one you got from the 90s issue. A couple of different sets of hoods, and this has a lot of the nice customizing parts as well. I'm just trying to find the front balance and what have you, but you know, it comes with a lot of stuff in here. I think, yeah, there's custom front balance there, and it's got all the grilling set and everything. So you get a lot of nice bits in this original issue, and I remember I did have one boxed, and it's probably about the same condition. I just don't think the body was painted on the one I sold years ago. But it had been started on, and I just sold it just because I think I sold it because I had one of the 90s ones on the shelf, and I thought I was back then in my 20s or whatever, however old I was when I sold that. You know, it's all about getting more detail underneath, whereas now I prefer the old tools, and I prefer the simplicity of them. I prefer the fact that you can set your ride height and you're not restricted to the ride, you know, how the axles sit on the newer kits, and like a lot of the Mobius stuff and what have you. And don't get me wrong, they're lovely kits and everything, and a lot of the 90s tool AMT stuff, like the Mustangs and what have you, the wheels never sat right for me. I mean, that 67 Mustang they brought out, you know, the wheels stick halfway out the front wheel arch, like. So, but yeah, really happy with that one, and that was like a tenner. That was, you know, from a really great seller on eBay as well. You know, really nice bloke. Giving him a few bits and pieces, like, and we do a bit of buying and selling off each other, and we just look at each other's eBay stuff, really. But yeah, really nice chap. This is another one I got from him. Completely different to anything else we've seen, but this is for my love of BMWs. Yeah, this is I think, well, this is come with the Alpina trim. It's got all the bits and pieces to finish it, and yeah, everything's in there, like. But yeah, I mean, I had an E38. This is a 5 series. I was always into the 7 series, but there's no chance of me getting back into this era of BMW right now, to be quite honest with you. You know, the cost, what people are asking for rock boxes and cars which are being messed about with to end at earth, like, you know, I just wouldn't risk it. But yeah, I'm really happy to get that one. That's a little bit different for me to buy, but I saw it and I just couldn't resist it, like. So I think we'll probably build that. We'll probably paint it in my favourite BMW colour. We'll do it in velvet blue, which is like a Cadbury's purple colour. So that'll be really nice. And like I say, I think the velvet blue with the gold Alpina pinstripes on it. I think that'll well, saying that'll probably remind me of my old E38. So maybe that's not a wise idea, because I really regret selling that car. And now I've got a E65, which is no end but just a big money pit at the moment. It's actually going into garage on Wednesday, but that E65, that was a dealer specs Alpina. It wasn't a proper Alpina, but brand new. That my E65 had the 21-inch Alpinas fitted and a few other little bits and pieces to it. So nice car, but absolute money pit, like I said. What else we got? And I think I showed this one in the last update on the 55 Ford pickup. I didn't really look at it in great detail, to be quite honest with you. It's come with some extra bits, a couple of nice old monogram engines, which I'm sure are going to come in very handy very soon. I think that's actually an AMT engine, is that? But possibly out of 32 Vicky, don't know. Yeah, it looks like out of a 32 Vicky, but yeah, it's got a lot of loose parts and what have you. We've already stolen the optional pleated bed cover for this, but it does come with the other bed cover in this. But again, yeah, another one which, yeah, I think I said in that last video, I sold my last original 40 Ford quite a few years ago, probably now, not too sure. Could be 2 years, could be 5 years, it could be 6 months, to be quite honest in my head, but it was definitely a while ago anyway. But yeah, it took me a while to find another. This one's got the 55 Chevy style fenders on them. And I never really liked the Chevy style fenders on the Fords. I know AMT put them in their 53 Ford, but I think the only time I'd build one with the 55 fenders on would be for if I was to do the Barris Wildcat. That's the only time I'd use them on there. But this is a really beautiful builder, is this. Chrome's nice, bits are loose and what have you, but yeah, it's moulded in that blue teal colour from the 60s. Yeah, I think it's got one of the pipes on there. I think the other one's just missing loose on there, like so. But yeah, I was really happy with that. Doors work absolutely amazing on this thing, when I can actually get one open. But yeah, all the hinges are working properly and what have you, so be a nice restoration, will that, like. So yeah, it's got them doors fitting quite nice. If I hadn't just pop that glass out of there and ruined everything. But yeah, that's so yeah, that was another nice one. Happy with that one. But again, we saw that one in other videos. I won't go on with that one too much. But yeah, the next one we're going to have a look at. Now, I gifted one of these to Sean over at the Scale Model Car Guy channel. He'd mentioned in one of my videos that he'd never seen one before, and he quite fancied one. And I had at the time I had 3 in the collection, and one is a complete basket case, but has a bit of potential, but it's missing windshield frame. Second one was the one moulded in the teal blue colour, but the windshield frame's broken on it, and I gifted Sean the nicest one of the 3. Really nice builder. But it kind of left me without one which had a frame on it. So before, I'm just gabbing on, nothing to look at. But this is what we're talking about. Picked this up from the same seller as the same seller as the Ford pickup. You know, most of the windshield frame's intact on this. Needs a couple of repairs to the vent posts, but that's not going to be an issue at all. And again, this comes with a lot of loose parts and what have you. Yeah, I mean, so I was really happy to get one of these, because I wanted Sean to have that other 55. You know, as soon as he mentioned that, I was like, that's going to Sean. But I have been on lookout for one, and being on lookout in the UK for anything like this it could be like years before you see another one. So when I saw this one the other week, I thought, yeah, I'll have that. It needs all stripping and what have you, but it's really cleanly built. You know, I don't mind getting any old paint off where needed and disassembling it, but you know, everything's really cleanly put together. Like, so it's not going to be hard to get that one back to where it needs to be. And like I say, really, both of these came with original instructions and what have you, and you know, it's you just get some really nice illustrations in these old monogram instruction sheets. You know, here's the Ford one, and you know, that's one of your options for your early Fords, and you know, just such a nice thing, and the whole book's alike. And I will have a quick look through these, like, just to sort of show you if you haven't seen any original 60s versions of these kits, like. But yeah, absolutely stunning instruction sheets. Worth having for themselves. Like, I got a few of these, like, in a big bag, like. So, but yeah, this will be the same. A lot of illustrations from different versions you can do and what have you. And trying to get this open a little bit, but you know, if this is obviously what turned into the Badman kit and what we see issued today. And I did a video, a brief history of the Monogram 55 Chevy and how it all came about and its origins, which is this one, like. So I think I posted that in my early days, like. I think I'd never personally go back and watch, just because I can't watch my old videos at all, like. Yeah, I don't know why I can't, but you know, after a video's like over a couple of days old, I'll never watch it again, really. But yes, please do go back and watch that video, because yeah, it's you know, that was in my early days, like a couple of months into YouTube, and yeah, needs to do a few more of them videos, really. But it's having a good reference material to use in them videos to kind of show you a good history throughout. But yeah, so I was really happy when I found that. And lo and behold, about a week later, my friend Lee, he had a couple. I saw he had a couple listed on eBay, and I actually thought I was only bidding on one, to be quite honest with you, Lee. I didn't really actually realise there was two in it. I just thought one, you took a picture of one with the roof on and one with them off. So I was pleasantly surprised today, Lee, when I got these in post. And the ones I'll show you now, you know, I've got another kit after this one I bought from Lee. I know the other one, 100% I sold to Lee years ago on eBay. And Lee said he thinks he bought these ones off me as well, but this is an absolute belter, this one, like, really clean inside, intact windshield frame, got the custom parts on this one. The vent posts are being cut off on this one to accommodate for the bubble top, which comes in these. Saves me doing that again. Saves me cutting them off. I'd struggle cutting anything like that off. So the fact that it's been done for me, absolutely spot on this that like, and I think I'll do a couple of these on the channel. Maybe do a couple at a time. This is the other one. He's missing the hood and what have you. Missing a lot of the suspension parts, but I've got original hoods, I've got original suspension parts, and we'll make a nice complete kit out of this one. It's got the second optional hardtop on it. Vent posts are completely intact on this one, so as long as I can get that roof off, this will probably be the best one to build the stock version out of, or as stock as Monogram made it back then. So, but yeah, I mean the bodies are completely different now. They've made such a hash job of that Monogram 55 Chevy, but they're not saying that it's a kit that loved by a lot of people, myself included. That later issue, it reminds me of its childhoods. We had a few issues like, so. But no, thanks Lee for them. And Lee's an absolutely outstanding builder. He has a page on Facebook, Crow Customs, spelt with a K. But he's probably, I would say, one of the UK's most. I don't know, he does everything he can to do with model cars. He goes to shows. I think he'll be off to Telford. He does so much on Facebook to sort of promote the hobby in the UK. Really top lad. Can't speak highly enough of him. There's a lot of people there's a good few people in the UK who are doing stuff like that, and I'll try and mention as many as I can when the moment arises. But yeah, Lee, he'll be off to the Telford show, and I did really want to go this year. I thought, I built enough to go and be happy putting my stuff on the table, but unfortunately the time restraints I'm under at the moment, the stuff I'm dealing with in my life, it's just not going to allow it. And again, my car's off on Wednesday, so that'll be probably another 500 quid to get that fixed or something, if I'm lucky. So yeah, I think that the show scene's off the cards for me this year, I'm afraid. But I'll start next year. Start with a fresh head, and hopefully I'll get to go to some of them shows next year and show some of my stuff. I'll just put it on table because I think that's pretty much as good as the worth like. But yeah, I think Lee, he'd been to California. One at model shows in California in summer. He's living the dream, is Lee, and good on him, because he really does deserve it. He's a builder that, maybe 5-6 years ago, just building mild customs, and now his skills have far progressed, and he's building absolutely, and he doesn't mind cutting up stuff like that. So in a way, I'm glad to have these off you, Lee, because it saves you cutting them up. But he's a really good lad, is Lee, and a lot of people will know I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into second names or anything in case you don't want that. But what else did I buy from Lee? Yeah, this was, and I do remember selling him this thing years ago. Old 60s builder I had, and I don't think when I sold it went for a great deal, and it certainly didn't go for a great deal this time. I did say to Lee, if you're not happy with prices, I'll be more than happy to, we'll just keep them and do something. You do something with them. But he said he won't ever build them, so that was enough for me to take them. But this is a complete kit, a lot of loose parts, or some loose parts and what have you. And I bought a couple of these Carcraft Dream rods in boxes a couple of months ago. lot of them had a missing wheel, and if I can't find one, I might poach one of these and put it in the box with the other bit, and maybe have this one as a one to build with. We might put some Pontiac 8 lug wheels on there or something, just to something that looks similar and kind of fitting. But I don't know, but I was really happy with that. Obviously, it got turned into the later version, where they filled all the arches, made quite a few changes to the body, and yeah, it was never the same once they changed the tooling. It'll never be the car craft dream rod again unless they decide to do that, which I can't imagine they will, just because the newer tool body looks more indicative of the Hot Wheels kit, the Hot Wheels toy. Hell, for some reason the name of that model's just slipped me mind completely, but well, so this came up, and it was in that collection of stuff, you know, that I keep buying stuff from. But you know, there's been more modern stuff on lately, which I've steered away from just to save my wallet, give my wallet a bit of a rest. But yeah, this thing was listed, display case, and I think it was listed for £5, and to be quite honest, I missed the auction. Thought it would have sold, but really surprised to see that, you know, it was relisted, nobody bought it. But it comes in it's pretty much a full size boxes, and it's lovely box art. I mean, you just that's worth it for box art alone. But yeah, it was relisted, and usually when that happens is that, you know, first time it won't sell at all, nobody's interested in it, and then the second time it's listed, you get three people seeing it, and they're all interested, and you're paying a lot more than you could have got it a week before when nobody bid on it. But again, this one was a £5 starting price. Nobody at all bid on it, so ended up walking away with it. And it's like brand new. Well, it is brand new, this thing. Really nice display case, and I think a couple of little bits on there, because I think they're the wall mounts. You could either display it like that or display it on wall like that, depending if you got like a ship or something. But you know, I've been looking for a small scale display case for my last small scale fruit build, Cortina. Not actively looking. If something came up, I'd buy it, and like we're getting on to 6 months later, I don't even know. And now I've got, I can paint up that display stand. It certainly won't get resold, this one. That fits that like a glove, to be quite honest with you. So really happy to get that, and really happy to finally have something to display this in. And so in all fairness, it's just been shoved in a drawer ever since I built it, really. So yeah, really happy with that. It fits that model in absolutely perfect. So yeah, we'll get round to painting that base one day. Just pop all that together, get that out of the way before I bust something on it, which is more than likely with that delicate little thing. But yeah, for a £5, I mean, you can't go wrong. And like I say, I was once I got it, I don't know, when I was looking at the picture, I know it's a display case, but for some reason you see a pyro box and you're expecting a narrow box, and I don't know why it would have been with a display case, but I didn't know that if the bubble would have been split in half somehow to go into the more conventional boxes. But yeah, that's pretty much full size boxes. That's yeah, for a £5, more than happy with that. Then what else we got? Oh, this is it. Got the promo version of the Chrysler Turbine. It's actually my preferred version. I I must say, you know, in my lifetime, I probably sold, 30 or 40 of the original Joan Chrysler turbines, and I always try and keep one to the side because one day I might build one. And but just, I mean, it's probably one of the most detailed kits out there, to be quite fair. And I'd say that was a early 60s tool. You know, you just, there was nothing like it back then. But this is the version I prefer. I've not built one yet, but I think when I do build one, I'm going to build this one. And I'll probably cut the hood out. I have a builder turbine, the full detail kit. It was just all the opening doors, the fenders, the front wheels stuck out a little bit too far on that suspension setup. So if you were going to build that detail kit, you got to address that the front wheels, the way they poke out too much. But the parts are so delicate, that sort of always put me off doing that. And I'd rather just have a standard looking sort of AMT Joan style kit with an opening hood, nothing else opening, concentrate on the paint and making it look like a really nice model. And I've kept a builder especially for that. Like, I do have another one of these on shelf, but yeah, I was really happy with that. Decent price as well, to be quite fair on that. Not too expensive, and wasn't exactly cheap, but certainly not expensive. So yeah, I'm happy to get another. And that's a pretty much a mint in box kit. I think I've already bagged this one up now. So yeah, I've had that on for a couple of days. I've had it for a week or so. So, and it's not one where I'd do an unboxing on really. Well, I might do an unboxing, but I bagged it up anyway. Yeah, just to get at least one sorted. Yeah, this is another one I got. Original issue Mercedes. Again, I've bought and sold this issue many times before, but every single box I've had has been absolute. Well, they've just been rough. Not really good enough for me to happily keep on shelves. And yeah, I'm really OCD with, if you get a crushed box and sides out, it's pushing against the other boxes. And I know Gary says he thinks I organise my collection with a set square, but I do like I don't like anything looking scruffy. And I mean, I've got scruffy boxes because that's all I've got. With some of these rare kits. I mean, this one's not particularly rare, but yeah, that was a nice. I'm glad to get one now, which I can stop the hunt, so to speak. And it's in my favourite size AMT box. The sort of second generation size AMT box from around 64. They started bringing these in. Maybe 63. You started seeing this size box, and yeah, I think it was 63. You started seeing these, and then it came the box size really until sort of 67. 68, they were going into your standard size boxes. Your standard size boxes were coming in on like mid 60s anyway, but this size they kept around till like 67. Maybe, I don't know I can't think of any 68s off the top of my head which are in that, but it's irrelevant. I'm talking about bloody box sizes here. But what else we are? This was one which I've been after for so long, and this was from another UK builder, chap called Steve. Really again does a lot of stuff on Facebook. I think he does a lot of movie car replicas and stuff like that, and he's got some nice tasty cars as well in his garage, I believe. And yeah, really well known chap in the UK that I bought this one from. But yeah, this is the Coronado, and it's definitely the harder kit to get in the UK. I mean, I can go on eBay US and buy one of the repops, but with all the sales tax, the amount of, I think one had like a shipping fee of $80 or something to ship this, and so it gets very expensive, and I'm not prepared to pay a massive amount of money. Whereas this was about 30 quid or something like this, and yeah, that was more than worth it for me. But yeah, it's I've really liked these 125th boats, and I will do one. I bought this one to build. To be quite honest with you, I've looked for one for so long, and I mean, I think the same chap actually had one, and I missed it a few months back, or 6 months ago, or something like that, and I was a bit gutted that I didn't have the cash right then to get it, and by the time I got some more cash in bank, it sold. Like, so really happy to see that he bought another one of these. But these were reboxed in the these Parma kits, yeah. Later reboxed in the Lindbergh, under Lindbergh branding, and I've got the other one which I did actually get from the States, but it was just because they were actually really cheap, and even with the shipping price that particular seller was asking, it was quite a good deal. So I think I got two ships over here for around 40 quid, and I sold another one, for 30 quid. So I got, this ended up costing me a tenner, but this was the one I really. It's not my favourite out of the two. My favourite out of the two was the Coronado. Really, it's a nice 50s style looking boat. But the reason why I really wanted this one was because I do want to do a bit of a tribute to the Corgi Buick Riviera and boat combo. Bit of a tribute to the Corgi boys, really, because the likes of Martin Dare, a bit of a legend in the diecast in the diecast era, or diecast YouTube side of things, so to speak, and I've just I'm so far behind with people's videos, but I couldn't sleep last night, and Martin's was. I've just been saving his videos for the last 5 or 6 weeks or something. I just couldn't sleep last night, so I had a 5-hour binge, and I've almost caught up Martin. I think I'm on your second to last video, you really should watch them. I mean, there's loads. I'm sorry, I'm just mentioning Martin, but crap old Nick, and Corgi Bob. Corgi Bob. He's not done many videos. Well, he hasn't done any videos recently, but I'm pretty sure that's just to do with his other commitments and what have you. But I did want to do the combo, and it's a little the Corgi toy was like a pale blue 63 or 64 Riviera. And I've had this one set aside just for that build. We'll probably end up scratch building a trailer for it. It'd be lovely if I could upscale the little display stand they had for it, but I did think I'd get it on this build this year, in my first year, but we've so many problems we've had and what have you. It's still on the project, the channel projects. I'm hoping next year we'll get on these and give a bit of a tribute to them boys, and Corgi themselves. I've got a few projects that are based on Corgi models, And again, watch it, because there's so many transferable skills, and I've learned so much from likes of Martin, and like warming up, soaking tires. They soak tires in to get them back on the wheels or get them off the wheels, without tearing them. And I've started doing that with these kits, just to, the way I build stuff is, the axles pretty much built to the chassis before I paint them, and then if I'm risking putting tight tyres over, then I risk it. I'm always worried about putting too much pressure on braking them, but that trick works really well, and there's so many other things like I've picked up off of them over the years, but yeah, this is the last one. I think this ended up. This is the Joan 66 Chrysler 300 convertible. From what I believe, the convertible is quite a rare little beast, to be quite fair. The hardtop, I've even got two on the shelves. I think I got two nice box kits and an empty box for a 300. But yeah, the convertible by all accounts is the rarer one, and this ended for about 40 quid, and I know there'll be people who are watching who probably bid on this as well. But it's pretty rough, like, and to be quite honest, if I outbid you, you'd probably be thanking me. I mean, first of all, windshield frames being cut. I think the builder was actually, I've looked at the cuts, and the cuts are quite clean on both. I'm not even going to try and go through all this lot here. But it's a complete kit. I've been through it, and it does look like it's just everything's off the sprues. It's got the custom parts, some of the custom parts glued on this, but yeah, the missing pieces for the whole top windshield frame, I think that's intact in here. But like I say, it looks like they've just cut it down. So we are going to do a video on restoring this one, just putting the back in the box ready for building. And the reason why I say I'm probably doing whoever I outbid on this, I've probably done them a favour, is because this side saddle fender skirt hacked out. Oh, it looks like somebody's like gone like that and tried to just pull the fender skirt off. And I was a little bit gutted at first, but I've, again, been through the box and all the broken parts are in there. So we're going to be able to repair that. It's still going to need a bit of skill to get it looking right, but we will get it looking right regardless. And I think we plan for that. Is I'd probably build something like the one out of Goodfellas. Yeah, the main Goodfellas isn't a car movie really, is it? But they had a 66 Chrysler. It wasn't the 300. It was I can't even remember model of but very similar. It just had a slightly different grille on that one, but I think a nice primrose yellow on that will be quite nice. And I've always fancied building that car, but never had a convertible, and hopefully that'll stay in collection long enough. But again, even though chrome's been rattling around in box for 60 years or so, or just shy of 60 years, it's in that era of that 2 or 3 years of Joan getting the chrome absolutely spot on, better than most stuff you see in today's kits. But yeah, all that rattling around the box and hadn't marred the chrome at all really. Still has that really real chrome look, the sort of 64 to 67 yeah, maybe 68. You know, there was just a small gap where everything. I mean, I say it every time I show one of these kits, but again, yeah, like I say, everything's here, and I think if it was the average person buying this, and they saw that damage on quarter panel, because it was only one, it was literally a picture like that, and I knew that expect the worst, and then you won't be really annoyed. Like, so I'm just looking at vintage glue, but yeah, so I think, you know, for average person who is bidding on this, you know, and not to say that, you know, the other people who bidding on it wouldn't have been able to do that, but if you were wanting a nice kit, or just thinking windshield frame was off it, and then you saw that, yeah, I think you would have been a little bit disappointed. But we will be able to sort of fix that problem, no issue at all. Like, so, and then we'll get it looking like that, hopefully, and hopefully get it to a point where we can just put it in the box, bagged up, ready for when it gets built. Like, so. But I mean, that's, you know, I do like buying boxes of stuff like this. You know, you never know what you're going to find in them. I'm sure there's going to be a few bits which aren't specifically for this Chrysler, this actual one. But you know, I know if this was mint in box with it being convertible, it would have, you know, probably gone for over here, maybe not a great deal more money. Probably would have got double than what it actually achieved with the limited pictures and what have you. But yeah, I think that's actually the last one. Yeah, I've just managed to waste another 45 minutes of your life. I'm afraid. Again, I was trying to keep it to half an hour, but you know me, I just waffle on about rubbish, like. But you know, like I say, you know, we start even though I don't know why I'm putting this one up here, but you know, you know, this is just before. You know, I'm going to carry on waffling on, but you know, if one of the ones I'm really looking for is the 63. Comes in a slightly flatter box, like. I've still got. I bought one from Bob Dobinson at Car Kits International, and I've still got the kit because I built the kit, and then I started tearing down the kit to rebuild it. But then I had another builder, and I sold the box, and I'm really absolutely gutted that I did that, because you know that was. Yeah, that's definitely one I want to get back, and I will keep looking out. Hopefully one will turn up one of these days. But yeah, I mean, like I say, we'll just pop a few up here and sign the video off, so to speak, and thank everybody for watching me pull out all this old junk. And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking, you know, what you're messing about with all that old rubbish for, but you know, there's some nice stuff in here, as we know, for us people who like this older stuff. Like, so, you know, I think a lot more projects to add to the list, unfortunately. But you know, that's not a bad thing, is it? You know, yeah, and then yeah, when we get round to him, I have no idea. But yeah, with that said, again, just wasting another 5 minutes of your time just waffling on. But I'm gonna let you guys go now. It's I don't even know what day we're on. Sunday, yeah, I think Sunday. So yeah, whatever you're doing this evening, you know, hope you enjoy, you know, your evening, the rest of the little weekend we have left. Like, and a big thank you to everybody who's subbed to the channel, all the supporters of the channel. You know, it's greatly appreciated, and you know, we're hoping you're enjoying the content, the builds we do, and what have you. And you know, if you're not subbed yet, you know, please do drop us a sub. You know, it'd be greatly appreciated, and it does spur us on a little bit to keep coming back and doing these videos. Yeah, with that said, I think next video we'll probably might be a bit of an update on the USACC one. Don't know. It certainly won't be before Wednesday before I get back to the bench at all. My next couple of days are really busy. Big eBay day tomorrow. I'm hoping to get pretty much 100 fresh kits on tomorrow, or have a bit of a fire sale really. So yeah, that'll be mad. And then Tuesday I've got other work commitments so yeah, I think it'll definitely be Wednesday at the earliest before you see anything so. But yeah, until that time, we will see you. So see you in a bit. See you, bye.